boy, the Otaku, and today I'm just going to discuss how I will manage my modeling videos. As you know, that I will not make modeling videos very often because of time-wise and money, because you actually have to buy the models. So it's going to be a rare thing. Hopefully I can at least get one model a month, and or two or three, because some of these are pretty cheap. And there's a few models that I will show you. Most of these models are on this channel will be based around tracks, and tracks are those things that have the certain pieces to each of the features on whatever you're building. This is an example. This is just a basic example. It's not like anything special. I built this today. This is a do-it-yourself kit model pack, and pretty much you can. It's still cool. You can build a robot with it. It transforms into a scorpion, and it transforms into a tank, which is fun. It's supposed to move, but it's solar powered, and it's dark outside, so it's not going to do anything. The main kits I will do on this channel are Gundam. Here is an example. I've already built this one. I'll show you that in just a second. And to clarify, I know there's going to be somebody in the comments going to be like, "But Killer Boy is such a noob weeaboo. They're called Gunpla, you dummy. It stands for Gundam Plastic Model Kits. Gundam is the anime series." Stupid noob weeaboo.
I got my small katana.
This is a MS-07B3 Goof, or Goof custom, and it's pretty cool. Some of them you will have to actually design yourself because it's completely white or clear, and for this one you don't have to do that much custom work on it, which it's cool. It's just a basic starter one. And here's the finished product right here. This is a Goof custom. It comes with, okay, the fun part is the weapons, because they're very detailed and usually take a good 10 minutes by themselves. And these right here, these basic ones, will take you 25 minutes to an hour, depending on how good you are. If you're noob at it, it's probably going to take you an hour. If you're a slow reader, these will probably take you 30 minutes if you're really good, to 2 hours if you're not really good at this. And it's fun. The only difference between the do-it-yourself kit model and the Gundam model is that there's some Gundam kits that don't provide English instructions, so they give you very distinctive, very descriptive pictures, and you just have to go by it. And if you're lucky, you can go online and see if there's an English translation version, and that's probably rare. So yeah, here's the Goof custom again. It comes with different types of hands, and the weapon is the fun part to build. That's my opinion. Each piece is a different section on the tracks. How to do it? Okay, you will need. This is your option to do this, but you will need clippers. At least this is how I do it. You will need clippers, and you'll need some kind of object to cut the excess plastic off it. This is if you want to have at least some kind of detail. For some reason, I couldn't afford the actual Gundam markers, or I couldn't find them, so I have regular markers here. Will do just nicely. For some model kits that aren't Gundam, you'll need like screwdrivers and stuff. These are also good for Gundam, because if you mess up, you can always get like a flathead and gently pry it open and then fix your mistake. I have Q-tips just in case I get a little messy with the markers. And also it's also good for detail for doing like cracks and stuff, so it looks like it's dirt and makes it look cool. Let's see. You can also just like, if it's a completely white one, you can just design it any way you want. It's the creator's choice. A Gundam kit usually comes with excess polycaps. If I haven't said this, polycaps are joints that allow the model to move, which makes everything so much interesting when you want to like make it do a cool move. And this one doesn't move very well because it has all this armor on. There's some ones that are very detailed. There's this one. This is a Gundam Heavy Arms. This one, if you're a brand new person to modeling, and this is my very first Gundam I've ever built. It took me a good 3 hours to build because of the weapons and all this extra stuff on here. And I wouldn't recommend using glue, but if you can find, I haven't found anything yet because I don't want to like make it ugly. But there's some parts that will kind of be like, you just take them off and they fall out, and you'll just have to keep track of that. Or you can, if you can, leave me a comment, and if there's some kind of like adhesive that you can put in there and it won't fall out and it won't mess it up, it'll be great. For safety precautions, and if you're doing modeling, I would recommend that you have an adult with you when you're using sharp objects, because I can tell you how many times I've cut my hand. And it's bad. There's different, with Gundam there is different types of models. You have the basic ones, which are like, for example, the 1/114th model or the 1/110 model, and which is this kind of size, as you can see. If you want to, they're pretty much sized by grade. There's master grade. There's a bunch of them. You can go look it up. And here's the ones that are fun to build and they're easy. And I recommend these if you're a kid and you're getting into it. These are SD Gundam. I got this one today. This is the XXG 00 WO Wing Gundam Zero Custom. And as this one, it still comes with tracks. This is one I will build in a future video. Probably after this video, I will build it for y'all and show you how it's done a little bit. It comes with polycaps. You can have two options when you do artwork with this. You can either use the stickers provided, or you can again use markers and you can create your own. If it's black, if it's a black surface, I would recommend you use the stickers. But if it's like any other color, you can probably spray paint it or color it with a marker. Here is another one I will build in the future. And again, if you can't exactly read the box and tell what kind it is, you can always go on to the Gundam website. I will leave a link in the description to a website where you can find a bunch of models. You can go on Amazon and find them. They're cheap. They range from $5 to $200 to $1,000. It just depends on what you want. Some more info about the types of Gundam models. There are some models that require you to build a frame, and then you have to, I'm just going to give this for example. The ones that usually have to build a frame for are like the larger ones, which was like the master grade and up, and you have to build the frame. And these are fun. I can't wait to actually get these. And these are a little bit more expensive if you have the money for that. So yeah, you have to build the frame. It looks like a stick man, and then you add the armor gradually over it, and it has more movement, and it's a little bit more cool. But these are still cool because, you know, you're not really supposed to play with these. You're supposed to put them up in your room and for show, unless you're trying to reenact Gundam build fighters. Then I guess that happens. And the last model that I have to show you, I have a lot more models, but this is the one that requires probably a lot more effort to build. This one is the Gundam Hellscythe. As you can see, it has pretty detailed features. It has 2 sets of wings and a lot of pointy features on it. Pointy shoes. It comes with a scythe. I think this is the best weapon that I have built. It's only 2 things. Again, these pop out and we can fix that. And another little tip, if you want to get really creative with it and show off your Gundam or models, you can buy these stands. I haven't built this one yet. They can do a lot of stuff with it. You can make it into a certain position, and you can do whatever you want with it. And that does it for my introduction video for my modeling. If you like this video and I gave you some kind of tips or give you an idea what I'm going to be doing on this channel with modeling wise, then yeah, give me a like, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you haven't, and Gilly Boy, the Otaku, out!
でのストーリー抱いてあてもなく3倍追い続けた滲んだニュー